welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I will be doing a reading for the sign of Aquarius for the time period of August 15th through the end of August. I am doing this reading because I didn't have a chance to complete the Lionsgate reading for the sign of Aquarius, so this is my making up to you for missing that reading. I do hope that you enjoyed, especially because you have the Ten of Cups in the future outcome position, so things are going to be better. I absolutely promise. Aquarius, as you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Cups. In the obstacle position, we have the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the King of Swords himself. In the present position, we have the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Four of Pentacles, and in the future outcome position, we have the Ten of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Really good spread, really solid spread. So obviously in the past position, there was a difficult time where where there was a situation, a circumstance where you felt like it just went as far as it was gonna go, because it was just not circumstances or a situation where you could continue to be. And so when something comes to an end, and this is a very powerful combination, it kind of talks about the importance of endings. Remember that energy cannot end, but situations do, and circumstances do. Energy transforms, and so it is a reminder that you don't want to get overly attached to something. You have to take things in stride, good things in stride, bad things in stride. You just sort of take everything as it goes, knowing that you are here in a for a short period of time, because a human lifetime is not that long, and so as you are here for a short period of time, you're here to learn. You're here to learn more about yourself, about what you like, what you don't like, what you can manifest, what you still have to work on manifesting. This is a life that involves duality, right? You have the good, but you also have the bad, and so you cannot have one without the other, right? If you don't have any bad, you cannot have any good. They are completely tied to each other, because that is, that's how the world in which we live in was created in this particular dimension. In other dimensions, it is different. And so, yeah, the Ten of Swords is not a very pleasant card, but the good thing about it is that it is in the past position. And so you are basically kind of trying to figure out what you've learned from that circumstance, from that situation, what you've learned about yourself, and what you've learned about other people as well. And so the transformation that you've recently gone through definitely can deplete your energy, because the Eight of Cups is also an ending. It's walking away from something after you invested time and energy into creating something, but then realizing that your priorities have shifted, and so that you have to kind of let it go and take that experience, take that knowledge, and apply it in a different circumstance, apply it in a different situation. Now, the Wheel of Fortune in the obstacle position does tell me that you may be resisting change a little bit. And generally, the Ten of Swords comes about also when we are resisting change, because we're so attached to something that it's just impossible for us to let go. But everything must be let go of. And so when you adopt that mentality, it becomes, somewhat easier as you move through different situation, different circumstances. The Wheel of Fortune in the obstacle position definitely tells me that something in your life, some kind of aspect of your life is off balance, and you have to bring it back into balance in order for you to experience fulfillment and happiness and success all at the same time. And those things are very different, because happiness is not the same as fulfillment. You can feel happy but not fulfilled, and vice versa. You may experience, because of the Wheel of Fortune and the obstacle position, like stagnation, like things are not necessarily changing. And change brings new opportunities, new possibilities. It kind of opens things up. So you definitely want to cultivate change and invite change into your life. You also have the King of Swords in the clarifying position, which tells me that this period of stagnation may be related to this person in around you who is who's using basically intellectual power for the wrong things, like for not great things. In the challenging position, the King of Swords can be very difficult to be around, because he can be manipulative and judgmental and controlling, and someone that you want to create a bunch of distance with, because you don't want that energy and that frequency kind of rubbing off on you. Because when you are physically around people that are negative, that have negative vibration, you have to increase your shield so that that vibration does not penetrate, because they will bring your vibration down. You will, not realizing why you feel bad, not realizing everything is going well, everything's going okay, and yet I feel so kind of just not happy, not enthusiastic, not anything, so you do have to protect your energy field. It's very much exists, I know sometimes people, like in my family, my mother is like, what are you talking about? Energy field, I can't see it. Yeah, 200 years ago, people couldn't see bacteria on your skin, so until they developed a telescope. And so there is an element of faith that you have to have in order to protect your energy, because you have a whole field around you. Also, if you're trying to invite new energy in, loosen up your body. Just, stand up straight and just let your shoulders hang, and kind of jump up a little, wave your arms a little. There's many different simple things that you can do to switch up your energy in your body, because you literally have energy going into your body from Earth, and energy going into your body from the celestial stars above, so it's important to learn how to work with energy, because it will make your life so much easier in terms of processing emotions. In the future, in the present position, you do have the Ten of Wands, which is a card of a burden. So why are you carrying a whole world in your shoulders? In the second part of August, you are definitely going to be doing too much. The Ten of Wands is a card of responsibility, but you can delegate, you can share. You don't have to carry it all on your shoulders. And in fact, the better you learn how to share responsibility, the better you learn how to delegate some of that responsibility, the better you learn how to set some time aside for you. Call it selfish, call it whatever you prefer, but you have to have some time set aside for you, because you're not your wife or your husband or your children. You're you, Those other souls are there to learn their lessons. kids and go through their challenges. You're going through your life path. So you do have to kind of tune in with yourself. And in fact, if you do that, the relationships with the spouses and the kids and the friends and everything will become stronger because of that. And you're doing, them a favor by, investing in you. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I wish people did that a little more. But yeah, the Ten of Wands is definitely a card where you're making other people happy instead of yourself. So what can you do in order to change that at least a little bit? Remember, small change here, small change there, small change somewhere else leads to an easier time. If you are uncomfortable with making big changes, make them micro changes. Micro changes change your life, because one little change can lead to incredible opportunities and wonderful possibilities. Now, you also have the Four of Pentacles in the clarifying position, and the Four of Pentacles is definitely all about making sure you have enough. But I think that you have plenty. You have quite. You have a lot more resources than you realize, dear Aquarius, because it is most often the way we think about money rather than the actual money. We tend to think that we don't have enough even when we have plenty, because it's our kind of habit of thinking, right? Even when a person pays off debt and pays off loans, oh, what if I don't? What if this? What if that? It's important not to live in the what if land, because that land will rob you. It'll rob you of much more important asset than money. It's going to be time. Time is much more important because you have a limited amount to accomplish quite a significant feat. You, in the future outcome position, have a great combination, really wonderful. The Ten of Cups, it's a card where the wishes come true. You're going to feel emotionally fulfilled. You're going to feel appreciated by others as well. You're going to feel aligned with your true nature, which is a wonderful feeling. It's that feeling like you're just in the right spot, feeling great. Everything is coming together just perfectly. The Ten of Cups is a card of reassurance from the divine that you are on the right path, and that, even though you've been through quite a bit, you are very much protected. There are some things coming to an end. Yeah, there's some circumstances that are kind of winding down, and new circumstances, new situations are about to walk into your life. So it's going to be interesting to see how you deal with the new things and the new relationships, because this wheel's going to start turning. And once it does and the change comes about, it's going to be interesting to see how you are able to go with the flow. You do also have the Seven of Pentacles, I just want to mention. And this is a great combination, because you, in this combination, very clearly understand that, a happy family, a strong circle of friends does require time, does require effort. You've put in the time, you've put in the effort, and so that's going to really make an impact, not just on you, but on the collective as a whole. So that is important to be aware of. Now, let's see what the energy card has for us. And we have attachment. Interesting. So clearly there's some sort of an attachment to something. You're holding on to something that you should let go of. And as soon as you let go, there's going to be new, fresh energy that is going to be coming in. Because you see this lady, she's sort of chained to this post. Yeah. She's chained to something. So once that chain is broken, you are free. And so, like, see what are the things in your life that you need to let go of, and what are the small micro little changes, micro little steps that you could do in order to facilitate that change. I also pulled an ancestor and angel oracle card, and we have broken arrow, which is definitely all about embracing the energy of peace. And so that's what you have to kind of decide. What does peace mean for you? And see how you are able to, let go of what needs to be, gone out of your life, and, cultivate that peaceful energy. Make sure you meditate a little bit. Make sure you take a quick walk in the nature. Make sure you do things where you connect with something bigger than yourself, because that will really help you experience more peace. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, dear Aquarius, please do share, like, and subscribe, and comment as well. Don't forget to visit me on Instagram and check back for the September reading. Thank you so much. Have a great day.